So thank you for coming today. Like I mentioned, my name is, or I go by actually Miss Izzy Antonio Rios. Kids know me as Miss Izzy. I am the coordinator here at El Camino High School. So thank you for coming to our workshop, Connecting Families and Students with School Resources. Some of the things that we will touch bases on today is we will provide the information that can be used to improve your child's academic performances. And we will also be talking about some parental involvement opportunities for all of you who are here today with us. But we're going to start off with our guest speaker from the College and Career Center. That is Ms. Caitlin, and we'll turn it over to her.
Right, thank you, Ms. Izzy. Let me see if I can share my screen.
Now stop sharing.
Don't worry. All right, keeps waking up on me. Here we go. Thank you for bearing with me on that. My name is Caitlin DeGraft. I go by Miss Caitlin. I am the Career Guidance Tech at El Camino High School, which is located in the back of the library. Students are welcome to come anytime before or after school, during lunch, or during class with a pass from a teacher. And we also encourage students or parents to make an appointment with me by calling or emailing. And I would highly recommend my Instagram because I push out a lot of information there, and it's a good way to keep on top of all of the events that are going on in the college and career realm. So some of the services that are offered in the College and Career Center, we deal a lot with post-secondary planning. So we try to help students explore what they might want to do after high school. We advertise career fairs. For instance, coming up next week, there's a Manufacturing Day Expo in, I believe it's El Cajon, so pretty close to home if students are interested in that. We also advertise career exploration workshops. Some of the ones that we hosted last year were careers in public health, careers in public service, and careers in healthcare and biotech industry. And once a student has an idea of what they want to do with their career in the future, we help them figure out what kind of education is required for this. So do they need a 4-year bachelor's? Do they need a master's? Can they get away with just a certificate at MiraCosta for 1 year? And we help them get to that next step. If their choice is college, we coordinate college rep visits throughout the year. So admissions counselors from different colleges will actually come and speak to them, let them know what their programs offer, and make that face-to-face connection, because usually these people are the ones reading the applications at the end of the year. Right now they are all virtual, but they are open to be signed up for by all grade levels. In normal times at El Camino, we also host the North County College and Career Fair. Right now, everything's virtual. So again, we are just pushing out that information if they want to attend. Coming up next month on October 2nd, they have the virtual California College Fairs featuring all of the UCs, CSUs, and independent and private colleges in California. So it's a great way to gain information about hundreds of colleges all at the same time. We, of course, offer application support throughout the year, and we'll do workshops or open labs, and appointments can also be made so we can do that one-on-one support for special circumstances. And as we know, a big concern for most people is cost of college. So we focus a lot on financial aid. We help a lot with the FAFSA, the California DREAM Act application, and scholarships, which we'll go into depth a little bit more in the next slide. If college is not the path the student is looking for, we also help with military info. We have plenty of pamphlets and information in the Career Center. We have contact info for all of the recruiters, and they come on campus often and set up tables at lunch so that they can share some of their information with students. And we also coordinate the ASVAB, which is a multiple choice test for students who choose to enter the military. It's also a career exploration tool. So even if they're not looking at the military, it could possibly be useful as looking at what jobs could match them best based off of their scores. And our first one is actually coming up on October 20th. If you want your student to register, they can do so. I believe it's only sophomores, juniors, and seniors, but we encourage them to take it often for practice. And of course, beyond that, we also help them while in high school with certain things. If your student is going to have a part-time job while in high school, they do require a work permit, so we process those. I also keep a job board on the El Camino website of part-time job openings and anybody who will hire students while in high school and over the age of 16. We'll help with resumes. If the student wants to submit it, we'll look it over and give feedback. We also hold mock interviews and workshops to sort of incorporate new strategies and how to be successful once you get to that step. We will help with community service and internship opportunities whenever they're produced. Whenever somebody in the community reaches out to us, we'll make sure to get that information out to students so they can also partake in that. So a big thing that we want to emphasize is scholarships. Most students will qualify for something through the FAFSA or the California Dream Act, but often there is a gap of unmet need. So we have a scholarship master list on the website, and that's the link right there. This is all of the local scholarships from either San Diego County or Oceanside City that I find, and I will post on there so it's easy and all in one spot for the student to access. I will say that most scholarships are for seniors, but there are definitely some that you can apply for as soon as freshman year. So I would encourage you to look now and look often, as it is updated almost weekly or if not daily. There's also college-specific scholarships. So once your student decides what college they want to go to, they should check the financial aid page because they give out a lot of either merit or need-based scholarships that your student could qualify for. And if you want to look more broadly, there's plenty of scholarship search engine sites. I listed a few of my favorites here: FastWeb, Going Merry, Big Future, and RaiseMe. There's probably 100 of these sites, but these are the ones that I find the most useful and the most reliable. So if you wanted to check these out, it's a good starting point. Another scholarship that is not unique to El Camino, but we partner with the Simon Family Foundation. It's an excellent program because not only does it offer $16,000 and a laptop, it gives you coaching, leadership workshops, and networking opportunities throughout high school. So you can apply for this at the end of sophomore year. And I believe 6 to 7 students per year get selected from just El Camino. The qualifications for this would be first generation. So that means that your parent has not earned a bachelor's. As if a sibling has gone to college and earned a bachelor's, you're still considered first generation. If your parent has gone and got an associate's degree, you are still considered first generation. You also should be from a low income family. You should be excelling academically with a 3.5 or higher GPA. You should have demonstrated leadership, overcome personal adversity, and aspire to attend a 4-year college. A great way to boost your resume is community service hours. If you plan to graduate with honors from El Camino, 50 hours are required, but of course we encourage more. The whole point of this is to foster the idea of interacting with your community and bettering the place that you live, not only for the time being, but for the future. Of course, it does enhance that college application. There's always going to be a section where you can put your volunteer experience, and they like to see students that have reached outside their own bubble and have actually done beyond their classwork to help others. If you're having a hard time finding volunteer opportunities, you can join a student club with emphasis on service. We have quite a few at El Camino. Just a couple are National Honor Society, the Key Club, and Avid Club. You could also go to one of the sites that are up there, teensvolunteer.org or volunteermatch.org. I did just want to touch on the difference between community service and extracurricular activities because sometimes students get confused. Community service is something that benefits the community, not a single person, and you're not getting any sort of credit academically for. So it's not participating in football, but if you coach a football team for Oceanside, like for the younger community, that would be community service. If you're babysitting a younger sibling, not community service. But if you're volunteering at a homeless shelter and providing childcare, that would qualify. When in doubt, make sure to ask your counselor or your career guidance tech, or you could also ask our librarian, Dr. Worsby, because she's who records community service hours. And a question that I often get from parents is, what can my child be doing now to start preparing for college? And the answer is, you can start preparing as soon as freshman year. You want to make sure to get involved. Extracurriculars, whether that be a student club, participating in a sport, playing in band, orchestra, or just playing the guitar on their own, and community service, as we just spoke about. And when you think about getting involved in extracurriculars, it's quantity over quality. Most people think if I have 15 clubs, it looks great, but they're looking more at if you had maybe 2 or 3 clubs that you were in for 4 years versus 15 that you were in for a few months at a time. They want to see that dedication and they want to see growth. If you can get a leadership position, that's even better. So make sure to work towards sticking with things and improving your position as you go along. You, of course, should meet with your counselor, and I don't think you really have a choice on this. They will meet with you during every year that you're in school. You'll make a 4-year plan, make sure that you're taking the correct classes to graduate, but beyond that, you want to be taking challenging courses. Consider taking AP courses when possible, and not just taking the bare minimum. You should be taking schoolwork seriously, which might seem very obvious, but getting good grades helps you have a good GPA, which looks promising to colleges. And it also helps you build a strong foundation for future classes that you're going to take. So your 9th grade bio class might not mean much to you now, but once you decide you want to be a doctor, you're going to have to take a lot higher level classes. So it's important to start right in 9th grade and just follow through with strong academics. And the last thing you can be doing right now, maybe not the last thing, but another thing you can be doing is to start exploring. So attend those workshops, go to career fairs, meet with college reps, anything you can do to just sort of expose yourself to the opportunities that are available will just benefit you in the end. And I always like to finish with utilize your resources. There's a lot of resources that we have on the El Camino campus, one of them being Gear Up. And I won't beat that into too much because you clearly know about them. You're here at this presentation, but they are a fantastic organization. We also have Trio Talent Search, which helps support with academic advising, peer mentoring, and support to get into higher education. We have AVID classes for 9th through 12th grade. We have the Junior ROTC program, which is not just for military, but they can also help with career and college planning. Your school counselor, of course, is a great resource. If you have anything you need to tell them, they're there for you. They can help you get to that next step. And as this whole presentation was about, there's also me and the College and Career Center, and we are just here to help you and hopefully make the decisions that you have to make for life after high school a little bit easier. So I hope to be able to meet some of you in the future and know that we're there if you need us.
Thank you, Ms. Caitlin. Do I have any questions from the parents regarding this part of the presentation? Awesome. If there is no questions, then Ms. Caitlin, thank you so much. I know you have to go into the Spanish. And once again, thank you. And we'll have a conversation in a little while. I'm going to start sharing my screen now of the presentation where we left off. So the reason why we brought Thank you, Ms. Caitlin. And the reason why we brought up our Career Center is because Gear Up the Career Center and all the resources at El Camino, we collaborate very strongly. This is why we wanted to bring up a few things of what the Career Center does that is different from Gear Up. As we talk about Gear Up, I'm so grateful that you already have a familiar knowledge of what Gear Up is. We are a 7-year grant, so we will follow your child for the 7-year. We started off at the middle schools, either King, Chavez, Lincoln, or Jefferson Middle School. We describe our cohort as the class of 2024 and 2025 because as they move throughout their high school journey or their education journey, we will continue going with them. Gear Up also offers not only do we offer encouragement and skills to graduate from high school, but we also want to make sure that they have a plan, that your child has a plan for the post-secondary options. It can be a 4-year, it can be a technical school, it can be military or workforce, whatever your child might be interested in. That's something that we want to make sure that we give them those tools to have and to know and to create their own path. So currently our class of 2024 and 2025 are 9th and 10th graders. And please feel free to stop me in any slide where you feel like you have a question. The more questions you have, the better. So for our students right now, I know many of you or some of you are remaining virtual or quarantined for certain days. We have free tutoring Monday through Friday for your child. We have it in person, virtually, and we will also have it in various ways, such as an application. And we will partner with a company that we've been working on really closely so they can provide tutoring via their phone. So wherever they are, like their child can benefit from us. So Monday through Friday in person is 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning. We're open starting at 7:30. And then of course, our offices are open the whole school time. We offer tutoring at lunch. So that's around 12:45 until 1, I believe. I'm not sure the times, so don't quote me on the time, but it's lunchtime for them. And then after school, so right after school until 5 p.m., we have our tutors. The tutors that we have are actually in the classroom with your child, so they're able to support them directly of what your child's hearing from the teacher. Virtually is the same thing. So virtually we have it in the morning, 7:30 to 8:30, and then after school until 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. And we also virtually, we have it Monday through Thursday from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. As you see on the screen, you will see the access codes or meeting ID and the Gear Up password. But don't worry, because since you're receiving our text messages, we will definitely send this flyer to you via text message. So you don't have to jot it down right now because by tomorrow you should see it in your text message. Moving forward, now we were talking about parent involvement. This is one or our first workshop out of the series workshops that we have. And anybody who is supporting or all adults who are supporting our students are welcome to attend. As you can see, every single month we do have a different workshop, and we will always send you a friendly reminder via text message what the next workshop is going to be. We will always have guest speakers, or majority of our workshops will be with guest speakers. That way you can have a clear understanding or more information on what we're trying to have ready now. So by the time they graduate, you will be all set to go. So we were talking about, or Ms. Caitlin was talking about student involvement in clubs and community involvement. So Gear Up has a student ambassador program where your child will have to apply. They will be interviewed by a panel. Normally it's a panel of 4 or 5 staff members. There they will get the experience of being interviewed by a panel. I don't know about you all, but my first experience with an interview panel was the scariest thing. All eyes were on me and I wasn't sure how I was handling. until you start getting these panel interviews and you start feeling more comfortable. So that's something that we want to show our students. Now, in order for them to be a student ambassador, they will have to be selected after the interview. Just like a job, they can decline the position or accept the position. They will wear a Gear Up Ambassador shirt that looks very similar to our Gear Up program in staff uniform. So we want them to feel involved and want them to be part of our program. In this time, it's the whole school year, they will start getting leadership training. So they will not only get lessons to learn more about leadership, but they will administer meetings. Every student or every ambassador will need to administer a meeting. They will lead their groups in certain field trips. They will be able to help with tasks and will be able to present public speaking in their classroom on any events. And as well that they will represent their class for that school year. And that's something they can put on the resume. We are making sure we're trying to incorporate more of community service in our program. And I say we're trying, and I'm saying that because due to COVID restrictions, we're trying to make sure that everything that we do is allowed for us to take our students there. So I hope that your child will take the opportunity to apply as a student ambassador. Now, I know the deadline is tomorrow, but because you all are here, we will extend that for another week just for your child to contemplate. We have the QR code here, and we do have applications in our room D205, so they can pick it up if they need an actual printed one. And once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Now that we have more opportunities for our parents, we are working with Parent Institute for Quality of Education, which is PIQE. PIQE is offering some workshops for you all. These workshops, there will be a good series of four workshops, excuse me. It will be really targeted to first generation students and families. And like Ms. Caitlin mentioned, first generation means that you as a parent have not obtained a bachelor's degree. Therefore, your child will be considered first generation. Regardless if there's an older sibling that received a degree, your children will still remain as first generation as long as you as a parent did not receive a BA or has not obtained a bachelor's degree. Awesome. So our Gear Up survey, hopefully all of you have received our Gear Up surveys in the mail. We're asking if you can please go ahead and fill that out and send it back to us. We did include a return envelope. So just put it back in there and it'll send to us. If you haven't, if you can please scan the QR code when you get a chance. The purpose of our survey is because we want to know what we can improve on, where we can improve on, so we can provide these services to you and to your children here at the school. Okay, now we're gonna go into a new slide that's gonna be my favorite because it's the first time that we're offering to your kids. Actually, not to your kids, to you. So I will need your input on this one. So be prepared to share your thoughts. All right, we're going to the next slide. So college for parents. I don't know how well we are aware, and I say that because Gear Up for College, Gear Up for Summer for College, it's something that Gear Up is supporting, and we started off in the first grant where we will give a college course to a child for free. We will pay for books, transportation, food, everything. The only thing they need to was apply, and they can start taking the class at Maricosta College, and they will receive college credits and high school credits at the same time. This opportunity is being offered on a yearly basis. The only thing is for the middle school, it was only offered to once they came into the 9th grade. So maybe your children, if they're just coming from middle school, didn't have this opportunity to take. But because of that, we have developed this college for parents. So what we're trying to do is offer courses starting this spring at the CLC, or the Community Learning Center here at Maricosta College by Mission Avenue. Hopefully you're familiar with that area. We're trying to offer these classes to our adult families who are supporting our Gear Up students. This is all free. We will pay for the cost. We will pay for the enrollment fee. We will do whatever it needs to take for you to take this class. The classes that we are contemplating and offering, and this is where I need your input, is art class. It's a hands-on experience. Let me know if that's something that sounds like a pretty good idea. So the other one is introduction to internet skills. In this class, parents will learn how to access the webpage, how to search for information, how to bookmark something, how to set up and manage an email account. So kind of like the basics of using the internet. The second one is basic auto tune-up. And this sounds like really, really fun for me actually, because they will, in this class, the students, you as the parents, will learn basic theory and operations. You will learn about combustion engine, including carburation, fuel injection, and you as the students will be able to perform an oil change, tune up, and basic service on your own vehicle. So this is another class that we want to offer to you as parents. The fourth class, Introduction to Health and Careers. This class is more on, it's where you will explore career education courses, certificates and degrees programs at Mariposa College that will enhance your career opportunities and or transfer to a four-year college. Now, what I like about this class is if you have a degree already, if you've obtained one, this class will kind of give you that refresher of what you should know for your child that is planning and trying to plan their path. So even if you have a degree, you can still take this class, and you will, and actually I apologize because I got that mistake. That class is actually Introduction to Career and Education. So that's something that you will benefit as well for taking, and then your child will benefit from you taking that class. The last one is the Introduction to Healthcare and Careers. This class will give you an overview of the healthcare industry, career opportunities, and the fundamental knowledge required of healthcare professionals. It will provide content related to medical terminology, disease, math, and computer basics, and employment readiness. So this is another class that we want to offer again to all adults supporting our Gear Up students. Can I get your input on what you think about these classes? Is this something that we should all, should we offer all these classes? Is there something else that you would like to see us offer for you, thinking about yourself, thinking about, family members that might be interested in taking this class?
I think it's a good idea. I just think it would be important to, how do you reach these parents so that they are able to receive the information so that they do attend to these classes. I think it's always good.
Awesome. Any other input on what other classes we may offer that you would like to see? Ms. Jolie, we can't hear you. No.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Now you can. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's not very loud. Okay, I barely can hear you. I was just wondering, so you were saying this, thank you for offering this, workshop. So you're saying that the parents to the college, is that for parents like me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it. And so but then when we have a bachelor's degree, then, is that something that is offered for?
Yes, so these classes are offered even if you already have a degree. You're able to take these courses with us.
Oh, okay, got it. And then how do we see those classes?
Now, this is still in the planning committee. So we're still looking at these courses.
Okay.
And once we have it finalized, we will start sending the application and we will start advertising. We will let you know how to access these classrooms for free.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. Okay, that's good. Very nice. And then there was a question that I had earlier when you were talking about this application that your deadline was today or tomorrow, and then you'll send out. So that is for what? And then that is for what grade?
So, there we go. This is for our students currently at El Camino High School who are 9th or 10th graders.
Okay, so my daughter is Karis Ho, so she's eligible. And then what are we applying for?
To become a student leader within our Gear Up program.
Oh, student leader. Okay, yeah, she just got elected for ASB president.
Yes, congratulations.
So I was like, oh yay, yeah. So she definitely has leadership skills, and we hone her for it. So, okay, so that is something she could also get involved with, right?
Yes, this is something that she can also get involved in.
Okay, all right. Okay, sounds good. And then there was also one question from the previous speaker about applying, or just the parents that did not go to college, or like first generation. So is that for her program? I guess I was trying to understand like the scholarship or how to, start early so we can prepare, because I know it's going to cost a lot of money. So
yes. So when and I don't have her slide with me, but when she was mentioning the scholarship, there was one scholarship, Simon Scholars.
yeah,
That is the one that needed the first, that one of the requirement was being a first generation college student.
Okay.
But I know as a career center, they always have a list of what non or second generation can qualify for certain scholarships that they can look into. They also have specific scholarship for middle class, or it can be academic scholarship as well. So that's why I wanted to bring her in, because she has that knowledge and she has that information on a daily basis that even our freshmen can access.
That's wonderful. Okay, that's great. So then, so do we prepare for college scholarships in freshman year, or is that a sophomore, junior?
There are some scholarships available for freshmen, and collaborating with the Career Center, we can definitely take a look at that.
Okay.
So the sooner we can, the better we can, get those. Because I know a lot of freshmen are not looking for scholarship this early.
Yes.
But if we can get them in, then definitely it will be a good way to start.
Oh, but then they don't give you the scholarship. Okay, so then supposedly you wanted to take some college courses during summertime. So to accredit it for hopefully college, at least the hundreds, right? So would they pay for that, or is that? I'm not sure. I'm sure it's probably not that expensive, but I was just wondering.
So no, I'm glad you brought it up this question, because Gear Up Summer for College is available every summer for your child to take a college course with all expenses paid for over the summer. There's certain 100 level courses that they can take.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Okay. And then would that be only MiraCosta, or is it any Orange County community college or accredited college? Or
for now it will be MiraCosta College, because that's where our grant is partnering with.
I see. Okay. And then could they be online, or is it just in person?
Because of COVID, this past year they were all virtual. This past 2 years they were actually virtual. We're hoping that this coming up summer they will actually be in person, but we don't know yet.
Okay, that's great. Okay, that sounds wonderful. So that maybe what I'll do is I'll try to make an appointment with you and bring Karis in or something, or do her homework for her.
No, yes, definitely.
Okay.
And then my information is right up on the screen. Please feel free to contact me anytime. I am actually coming. Yeah, or chat, send me a text message. I'll definitely answer. And again, like a reminder is that those text messages that you receive, it's actually me sending them to you.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was like a machine that just like sent out to a lot of people. So I appreciate you doing that.
Of course.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much.
So thank you so much.
you.
And I'll go ahead and stop our recording.
Okay.
But again, thank you. And any questions, you're free to stay by and I can answer those for you. If not, have a great